Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really foundational. The idea that God is with you. We're basing this on a daily devotion centered around Genesis 28, verses 1 to 22.
Right. And that key verse, verse 15, really stands out.
It really does. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you.
It's powerful stuff.
So our mission today really is to see how this ancient promise can actually bring some real reassurance, maybe some guidance into your life right now, no matter what's going on.
And the starting point in Genesis 28 is fascinating. We've got Jacob. Well, he's in a pretty rough spot.
He really is. He's just deceived his father, Isaac, and his brother, Esau. He's basically running for his life.
Exactly. He's alone, probably feeling incredibly guilty, maybe scared. He finds himself sleeping out in the open, head on a rock. Definitely not his finest hour.
You can just imagine that feeling, right? Thinking everything's falling apart, you've messed up badly, utterly alone. And it's right there in that low point that he has this incredible dream.
Yeah, the stairway or ladder, reaching between earth and heaven, angels moving up and down.
And then God speaks right from the top.
And this is where it gets, really counterintuitive, maybe. God doesn't lead with judgment, which Jacob might have expected.
No, he leads with a promise. I am with you. I will watch over you. I will not leave you.
And crucially, this isn't because Jacob did something great to deserve it. He absolutely didn't.
Not at all.
This is all about grace, unearned favor. It points to what theologians call covenant love, this deep, binding commitment from God. It's based on God's character, not Jacob's actions.
Okay, so let's unpack that for you listening. What does this mean practically?
Well, one big takeaway is when you feel you've messed up, the instinct might be to run away from God, hide in shame.
Yeah.
But Jacob's story suggests the opposite. Run towards that connection.
So maybe starting your day, just taking a moment to remember, okay, God's presence is here, not because I was perfect yesterday, but because God is faithful.
Exactly. It shifts the focus. Even a simple prayer, like, Lord, thank you for being with me right now, especially in moments of loneliness or doubt, can make a real difference.
It anchors you in that truth that God's grace is constant. It doesn't vanish on the bad days. So if you're feeling that regret Jacob must have felt, well, this offers hope, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Connection is still possible. Always possible.
And then look at Jacob's reaction when he wakes up. It's not just relief, it's awe.
Total awe. He says, surely the Lord is in this place, and I wasn't even aware of it.
He names the place Bethel, house of God.
And he makes a vow, a commitment to give back to God. There's this immediate response of worship and dedication.
It shows how experiencing that presence, that mercy, naturally leads to something more. It's not just a feeling, it changes how you want to live.
Right. It transforms worship from maybe just ritual into a genuine life response.
So how can you cultivate that? Well, the devotion suggests being intentional, maybe scheduling specific time for scripture or prayer, or even just quiet reflection.
And listening. Paying attention to those little nudges or promptings you might feel. Responding to them.
Giving generously is another aspect, right? Your time, your skills, your resources, seeing those as acts of worship too.
Definitely. It's about choosing that posture of worship, that connection. Even when things feel uncertain or difficult, it becomes an anchor.
So we have this grace, meeting Jacob at rock bottom, and then this response of awe and commitment rising up from that encounter.
It really paints a picture of how grace works. It meets us, and then it invites us into a deeper relationship, a life oriented towards acknowledging that grace. It's like receiving an amazing, unexpected gift. You naturally want to say thank you to show your appreciation.
Okay, so wrapping this up. The core message from Jacob's experience seems crystal clear.
Yeah, it's about God's constant, unwavering presence and his incredible grace. It's there even when, maybe especially when, we feel we don't deserve it.
And experiencing that presence, that grace, naturally leads towards a life of worship and commitment. It's a response, not an obligation to earn favor.
Exactly. So maybe a final thought for you to take away and sort of chew on.
Yeah.
How might really grabbing hold of this idea that God is truly with you right now, how might that change your perspective on whatever challenges you're facing this week?
That's a good question.
And flowing from that, maybe what's one small practical way you could respond this week?
Dave.
Maybe in worship, maybe in commitment, prompted by that awareness of his presence. Something I think about.